Okay, so you've probably got a list somewhere of all your company's assets, right? Laptops, tools, vehicles, you name it. But what if I told you that list, that simple spreadsheet, is probably lying to you? Today, we're going to dig into how a simple shift in thinking can completely transform how you track things, moving from just reacting to chaos to actually seeing what's coming. Let's dive in.
Think about it. When a critical piece of equipment just disappears, the panic isn't just about finding it. It's about all those questions you can't answer. Who had it last? Was it even working right? See, when your system can't tell you the story of an asset, you don't just have an inventory problem, you've got a massive blind spot in your own operations.
And here's the difference in a nutshell. On one side, you have the old way, this messy, incomplete list of data that's basically out of date the second you hit save. You're always playing catch-up. On the other side, you've got a clean, verifiable history. It's the complete story, auditable from beginning to end. It's the difference between being reactive and truly being proactive. So why does that trusty spreadsheet ultimately fail us? Well, it's because it sees an asset as just a single, static line item. But a laptop or a piece of machinery isn't just a thing you own, it's an object with a story, a history that unfolds over its entire life. A static list is like a single photograph. It just tells you that you own a laptop. A complete history, though, well, that's the whole movie. It shows you who it was assigned to, when it got repaired, and where it's been. And you simply can't manage your operations effectively with just one single snapshot in time. So how do we create that movie? The secret is a pretty fundamental shift in perspective. We have to stop thinking about tracking the asset itself and instead start tracking the events that happen to it. It sounds like a small change, but trust me, it's incredibly powerful. This whole new way of thinking is built on a framework called digital registers. The key idea here is that you capture every single interaction. It's not about just updating a status field anymore. Every handover, every repair, every location change becomes a permanent, verifiable entry in that asset's life story. And the process to get this going is surprisingly straightforward. It really just breaks down into 4 logical steps. First, you create a master record. Think of it like the asset's birth certificate. Then, you build separate registers for key events. You tag the physical item with a QR code. And then, the magic happens with a simple scan. It's designed to fit right into your workflow, not adding on the burden. All right, so that's the concept. But let's see how this actually plays out in the real world. Let's follow the full story of a company laptop, from the minute it's on box to the day it's retired, and see how the system really works. The entire system is built on this one powerful idea, the asset master. Now, this isn't just another record. It's the single source of truth for that asset. It's what turns a physical object into a living, scannable, and totally trackable digital entity. And this master record is incredibly rich with detail. We're talking about way more than just a serial number. You have purchase details, invoices, warranty documents, everything linked in one spot from day one. That means no more digging through old emails or file cabinets to find a warranty. It's just permanently attached to the asset's digital identity. Okay, let's tackle one of the biggest headaches in any organization, simply knowing who has what. Instead of just overwriting a name in a spreadsheet, we create a dedicated, unchangeable register just for asset allocation. And this is where the power becomes so obvious. Each row you see here is a permanent, unchangeable event. We see Bob was issued a projector and he returned it on a specific date. That record is now locked. You can't just go in and replace Bob with Carol. Nope, you create a new entry for Carol. This is what creates that perfect, unbroken, and totally auditable chain of custody. We can apply that same powerful logic to another critical part of an asset's life, maintenance. Forget about vague notes in a spreadsheet. Here, we create a dedicated register that logs every single service activity with real precision. And the data we capture is so much richer. You're not just noting that a repair happened. You're tracking the vendor, the cost. You can even attach photos of the damage. And suddenly, you have the data to spot patterns. Is one model of laptop constantly failing? Is one service vendor overcharging? The answers are right there in the data. So when you combine all of these pieces, the master record, the allocation register, the maintenance history, what do you actually get? You get a level of clarity and control over your physical operations that was simply impossible with a basic list. The result is an absolutely ironclad audit trail. Every entry is automatically timestamped and linked to a user. But the crucial part is that you can't edit the past. You can only add to the story. For any organization that cares about governance, compliance, or just simple accountability, this is a total game changer. And here's where it gets really interesting. Because you're capturing all this information in such a structured way, you're not just creating a log of what happened in the past. You are actively building a powerful database that can deliver real, actionable insights about your entire operation. What kind of insights? Well, take a look at this. Because every asset status is tracked as an event, you can generate a complete operational report in seconds. No more guesswork. You know exactly what's available, what's in use, and what's out for repair. You can finally make decisions based on real-time data.
Ultimately, what we're talking about here goes far beyond just finding a better tool than a spreadsheet. It's about fundamentally changing your perspective on what asset management can and should be.
The goal is no longer to just have a list of items you own. The goal is to understand their entire life cycle. You want to understand the complete operational history of every single asset that is critical to the work you do.
This quote really captures the entire shift. You stop asking, where is it listed? And you start being able to answer, what is its story? So the question I'll leave you with is this. Is your current system just telling you what you own? Or is it giving you the intelligence to understand how your operations truly work?